today. From Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped. And they're there and end up making the play.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. From the gun, it's Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, 58 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard yards shy of there at the 24. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Carr. Get his man, it's Tyrell Williams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
1 yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They go play action here on first down. From the right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. They'll get this underneath to Jacobs, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Carr. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just
This
simply
is
to settle
time for the
nerves.
answer.
You know what
Like
it's
and
like at the
7,
start
hit
of a
the all
game with the
notification
emotion.
start
Guys
on
are
my
jumping.
content.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. To the air again, Prescott. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. He is out of bounds, but not Before he's inside the 30.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
LOL haha wasn't watching, look away haha.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott.
From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That'll toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
Prescott.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And the Cowboy first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
On the carry. Taken down at the 41.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it, because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, got the best of both worlds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7.
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Jordan with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Carr, the open man here, Renfrow. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up 4th.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Underneath, he's got Olsen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And Olsen over the middle. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. Hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come back.
They'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Carr now on first down. And he's caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball down. Great play by him.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 2 yards into the end zone. Now a hit. With a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a Cowboy first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Corey Littleton able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. On third down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. And even 40 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. Drew Lock, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one all tied against the visiting Steelers. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Cowboys get a bit closer. Now Mike McCarthy's saying let's go for 2. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive line.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And as we look at his highlights, you know, sometimes I've asked you schematically, how do you stop one player? Well, how do you stop a tight end like this without opening up other holes, partner?
You show your basic defenses, whether you're playing the 3-deep zone, the 2-deep zone, but you have your variations underneath it. So sometimes instead of the safety staying deep, the safety will drop down. A sky coverage, they call that. Sometimes the corner's responsible. You get a little, what they call a cloud, someone coming underneath. Sometimes the linebacker shows the ability to rush the passer and instead drops down and tries to get underneath the tight end as he tries to run routes. So many different things you can do from basic sets.
Trying to prevent those highlights we saw. On 2nd and 7, Carr. To the right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
To kick off for the Raiders.
following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dak's going to keep it on the option. Escapes the defender. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And 11 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
It goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And they run with Jacobs on 1st down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop in the defensive tackle position.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Carr completes it.
Complete to number 45.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. If he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Didn't get the big yardage and smaller back. Well, the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? We've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
One more time with Jacobs. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the silver and black continue to roll.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there sometime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Prescott from the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a gain of 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there? Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3rd and long.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going to take a shot for Gallup. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Josh Jacobs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Josh Jacobs.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Running is Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Field goal is good. Makes the score Raiders 48, Cowboys 15.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Prescott. And the Raiders have got him. Malik Collins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Prescott. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
Prescott yet again. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Prescott on first down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter. And now can really take some time off the clock. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The open man here, Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage. That's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
1st down, Prescott. And caught left side, Olsen.
Prescott's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. We'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Final score, Raiders.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody.